Ich schaue nachher nochmal vorbei. Alles gut. Bis dann erstmal einen schönen Abend und ich hoffe, sie schläft gut ein. Ach, ist das ein tolles Spiel, gleich von vorne. Warte mal. Das ist neu.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
No. Muss ich das machen?
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Bitte. Immer wieder gern. Warte mal. Oh. 3 Jahre erstmal zum Flasche zu drehen hier. So. Wo ist mein Erzähler? Ich vermisse den. Den gibt's nicht mehr, ne? Der ist weg. Der hat keinen Bock mehr. Ich habe nicht so das gemacht, was er eigentlich wollte. So, ich will nochmal den Umweg gehen.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Bla bla bla.
Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So, das wollte ich auch nochmal unbedingt probieren.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, es ist gemein. Aber das ist so gut. Ja. Warum auch immer er noch nicht gefeuert wurde. So, Warning. Er springt nicht von dieser Plattform, während es sich bewegt. Es beinhaltet den Tod.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Ja, halt die Fresse. Halt einfach deinen Mund. Hier ist Licht. Und hier ist hell. Und hier ist dunkel. Und ich sehe nichts.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Kann ich auch den Stecker einfach rausziehen?
If you can. Oh, no, you can't.
Oh, wie gut.
Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I
That
did.
wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
Ist das
You're
geil.
not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
Oh, ist
It's
das
the
nice.
best
Oh,
part
ist
of
das
being
cool.
a real person. but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice. Boah, das ist so gut.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh, wie gut. Ich liebe dieses Spiel. Ich glaube, ich spiele das noch 50 Mal. Es ist so toll. Danger everywhere. Ah, ja, das Spiel. 10 Jahre ist es alt. Krass, es ist so gut. Es ist einfach so gut. Warum auch immer hier Gabelstab da drin ist, es ist einfach so gut. Oh, Kopfschmerzen. Perfekt. Oh. JMSK, vielen Dank für diese Spieleidee und vielen Dank. Es ist so gut, die Idee. Es ist so Hammer. Oh. Ja, Portal 2. Das muss ich auch nochmal spielen. So. Warte. Ups. Gleich nochmal. Probieren. Ich gehe da gleich rauf. Moment. Muss ich jetzt... Der schickt mich jetzt zurück. Ich hätte auch runterspringen können. Entschuldigung fürs Reinbrüllen.
We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Es ist so mega gut. Ich liebe es. Ich liebe es wirklich. Also es ist eins der Spiele, die einfach... Oh, nett. Vielen Dank. Ich werde jetzt zurück zum Büro gekarrt, richtig? Oh. Der Erzähler ist angepisst, würde ich sagen. Ist das gut? Der schickt uns...
There. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
So gut. Ja, Mann. Heavy, das ist so gut. Ich liebe es, weil du spielst das Spiel, keine Ahnung, dann verkackst du, ja, du stirbst, keine Ahnung, und du fängst halt wieder an und der Erzähler merkt sich, was du tust. Also natürlich ist es einfach so programmiert, aber ich finde es so lustig, weil du kannst halt immer wieder das Spiel neu anfangen und mega. Ich finde das so toll. Ich liebe es.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wo ist left? Soll ich nochmal nach rechts gehen? Der rastet bestimmt richtig aus. Ich gehe nach rechts. Einfach weil ich kann.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Nein. Boah. Na gut. Jetzt wird er bockig. Jetzt wird er bockig und zwingt mich in die richtige Richtung zu gehen.
Oh, it's ruined. You can't believe after everything we
Wie
talked about
gut.
you,
Entschuldigung,
my
ich freue mich
story.
einfach.
You've
Ich finde das so
destroyed
super.
my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I...
Ich weiß auch nicht.
No, I have
Es
to.
tut mir leid.
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Nein!
Have to.
Nein, 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 nein. Ist es toll. Ich liebe das Spiel. Ich bin noch auf Arbeit und muss nach Hause radeln. Du hast ja schon früh angefangen. Ja, heute um 16 Uhr, weil ich heute nur bis 19 Uhr streamen kann und nachher noch einen Termin habe. Deswegen.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
What?
With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are.
Ich bin
My
clever.
entire game is destroyed.
Sack.
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yeah.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do
komm nicht
something,
durch.
there's a damn good reason for it.
Ich komme nicht durch.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you?
Nein.
You're a child. Oh.
Nein, ich bin kein Kind.
Story.
Ich
If
gehe
you'd
auf die
just gone through
30
the door
zu.
on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it
Kann ich
and
schnell?
been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I
will
worked
diese
so
Tür.
hard on it. I tried so
Kann
hard
ich durch. Ich hab's
to
kaputt.
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Ja.
he entered the door on his left.